All right. Hello, everyone. Hey, first of all, thanks for joining me here on my 141 Life, where I am looking for wisdom and I'm trying to kick that foolish one out of my house. Right. So last week I did a teaching and on pantry basics where we talked about how to inventory your pantry. I mean, how do you know what you need if you don't know what you have, right? So I hope you watch that. It's a little bit longer. I think it's like 45 minutes, but it walks you through how to figure out what you have so you really know what to do next. So this is kind of like what to do next. So you've taken inventory. I'm very happy for you. This is awesome. So you've pulled out everything. So what do you do? So I'm going to talk about, let's say you have like nothing. Okay. Where do you start and how to not absolutely completely empty your wallet trying to do it? Because we know food is just getting more and more expensive, isn't it? So the number one thing you should have in your house, seriously, is water. I know you're going, yep, Kate, I know. No, seriously, you got to be able to have access to water because without water, girl, we're doing nothing very quickly. So I have 3 people living here and I have 3 of these red things living inside. So I got to have some water, so every time we go to Costco, I pick up 2 of those 40 bottle things because it's like $3 for 40 bottles and I just stack it. So no, I don't have it stacked to the rafters because my husband and my daughter take several bottles with them to work every single day. So, but you got to have water. You got to have access to water. And if you don't want to buy bottled water, then you're going to need to have containers that you can store water in, because without water, you're not going to last very long. So I want to talk about a couple things to immediately put in your pantry. Let's say you have nothing. Okay. First is rice. You need to grab a 10-pound bag of rice. I know you're like, hey, there's only 2 of us. It'll take us forever. Good. So grab yourself a big bag of rice. The first thing you're going to do with it, and you get it home, you're going to put it in the freezer. 36 to 48 hours. You need to leave it in the freezer because what that does is it kills any bugs, eggs, whatever crawly things might be in it. So it'll store longer. Along that line, after rice is pasta. Pasta. Now, I don't care what kind of pasta you buy, but it better be one that you eat. And if all you can do is ramen noodles, then goodness, get ramen noodles because it's food in your belly. And I'm not here telling you only got to buy organic stuff and put it in your cupboard, right? So I have on hand, and I get them at Costco, and it's ramen noodle squares, but none of the sauce or anything that goes with it. But I get them because 1, they're gluten-free, and 2, there's like 8 grams of protein per serving. I like that. So get pasta because pasta is easy. Pasta is filling. Okay. So rice, pasta, canned vegetables. Now my husband is cringing. I'm sure he's over there going, no, he hates canned vegetables, hates them. But for long term, gosh, 6 months from now, you're going to need it. Canned vegetables you can't beat because you can throw them in a pot of stew. You can mash them and put them in your meatloaf. You can do all kinds of things with canned vegetables. But get what you like. If you don't eat green beans, then don't buy green beans. Okay. So canned vegetables, put them on your cupboard. How many people in your household? You need to have a can or 2 per person. Okay. Stick them on your cupboard. Yeah. So you got rice, you got pasta, you got canned vegetables. Here's one that's going to hurt your wallet a little bit. You need a few cans of canned meat. I don't care what kind, but you got to have some. Now, I could pick up tuna and put it on my cupboard all day long, but hey, girl, ain't nobody in my house going to eat it. So I don't buy tuna. But, you can buy canned chicken. You can buy corned beef. You can buy ham. You can buy roast beef. You can buy Spam. I don't care. It just put some kind of meat in your cupboard. You will be so glad that you did. Okay. Make sure you have flour, because you might need to cook. You might need to thicken something. You might, if it's there, you're going to have it. You should have, if you have nothing in your cupboard, you should have some kind of oil. Again, I don't care what kind. You could have, it could be a shortening. It could be like Crisco or off-brand, whatever, or lard. I don't care. A vegetable oil. You need flour. All-purpose baking flour is the easiest way to go. Okay. Flour needs to go in your freezer 36 to 48 hours. Again, kill any potential of creepy crawlies that might be in there. You need salt. You need iodized salt. And I highly recommend getting sea salt to be able to flavor things. I think it tastes so much better, but iodized salt is great because we need the iodine. So in your cupboard, you should have flour, sugar, salt, seasoning, peppers, whatever you normally use, and baking soda, baking powder. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have that in your house, start there. Seriously, because you could just make so much good stuff. So you got rice, you got pasta, canned veggies. Oh my goodness, go to Aldi's. Yeah, and see what they got. Buy a case, stick them in your cupboard. Pasta, yes, pasta to begin with. If you're a coffee drinker, coffee. Tea drinker, tea. Put it in your cupboard. So those are just some quick basics to begin the process of having something on your shelf that, wow, you can just pull from and make a meal out of and feed your family, feed whoever shows up. So grab yourself some pasta, a big bag of rice. What do you do with the rice and the flour? Yeah, you put it in your freezer because you don't want any surprises. So I know people go, oh, I don't have room for a big bag of rice. You got a jar? You probably have a jar that you can put some in, seal it, and stick it. So you have part of it in your cupboard and part of it somewhere else. And you use out of the one in your cupboard. I have my oatmeal in my cupboard that way. I have my rice in my cupboard that way. I have my flour in my cupboard. I don't have a big old bag of flour in my cupboard. It's not convenient. It's not usable. So I'll be doing a video on that too, to show you kind of how that works. So yeah, so start. I hope you wrote it down. So let's do it again. Water, 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 water. You got to have water. Rice, canned veggies, pasta, and your baking essentials. Flour, sugar, salt, baking soda. Did I say powder, baking powder? I'm like, did I say? And whatever seasonings you use on a regular basis, because you're going to want things that taste like you like. And a can or so of meat. Yeah. You'll be glad you did. Quick, easy meal when here in Michigan, when the snow is flying in and I don't want to go anywhere. It's easy. Just pull and dump. Make yourself a big pot of soup. All right. So, hey, I hope that helps. And I got a lot more lists for you to help build your pantry so you can provide for your family and provide for a meal for those who God asks you to. Because I can't feed somebody if I don't have anything to feed them. And anything I have to feed them only comes from the Father. So I'm doing what he tells us to do. So God bless. Have a fabulous day. Love God and love others. See you on the other side.